students, your YPs, even senior members that you feel this course is going to help in their day-to-day work activities. So for safety, this is the virtual meeting. We're actually using the Zoom platform like we all know. So it's important that for us to ensure that we maximize the time that we have allotted for this training. First, ensure that your mic is always on mute so you don't disrupt the flow of the session and don't distract the facilitator too. I'm sure we'll have time where we'll do the Q&A where you have the opportunity of asking questions, or if you even want to use the chat, you can drop your questions in there, but just make sure that when it's not time to speak, your mics are muted. And another thing we can use is a raise hand functionality that Zoom has provided. You can please use the raise hand icon if you want to ask a question during the training. And of course, on the chat to see how we manage everything that comes in through that space. If you want to make a comment, please feel free to use C. And if it's a question you want to ask, put a Q just before your question so that the moderator and even the speaker can know that, okay, this is a question from me and this is a comment based on what I heard. Also, ensure that you don't take this call while driving. We care about your safety. Ensure that you've got into your destination before you join us, and just be alert and aware of your environment. So very, very important that we understand the objective of why we're here. I know some of us had to join from the current working hours, but we're taking some time off to see how we can gain knowledge. So the objective basically is to see how we can promote practical methods for well test interpretation. So well testing is a very key area in the petroleum engineering space, especially for even reservoir engineers, because there are key parameters that we get in there that we use in doing some analysis in our day-to-day work as engineers. And we also even give it to other disciplines to make sense of it or use it for whatever subsurface work they are doing. So through this training, the participants will actually learn how to analyze the different types of tests, well tests that we do, the drawdown, the build-up tests, and why we even do those tests. You also be able to identify flow regimes, and I think it's a good one. So it's a plus for the student also on the call, because I remember in my undergraduate days as a petroleum engineering student, we had the well test course that we did in school, and this is an opportunity to even see real life or feed examples in this oil and gas space, not textbook examples, but at least real life examples of data that has been acquired, and in the flow regime, the different flow regimes that we have, and also characterizing pressure behavior. So you can see the different types of boundaries that we see in our reservoir. So that's also what you'll be learning from this course. And of course, how to do a well test design. So before you go even acquire this test, it will be great for you as an engineer to already design your test to say, okay, this is a design that I've done based on parameters available. This is at least what you should look at for when even the contractors go to the field. I have tested it, and then you'll be able to guide them when they're acquiring this data to say, okay, these are things you need to do. So you have to come up with a well test design. Yes. And of course, the course outline. For those that maybe not petroleum engineers, but you're in the oil and gas industry, it's also an opportunity to even understand what well testing is about. So welcome once again, and an opportunity to know the objectives of why we carry out well tests, the types of well tests, how we interpret this data, and even using the data, what do we even use this data from? And of course, the well test design will come in, and practical examples using the iTest tool, which is a proprietary tool for PetroDecision. So I know I already shared the link to downloading the software, at least the version we'll be using for this training before now. So maybe after now, I'll also put that link there for those that haven't downloaded yet, but for those that have. So when it's time, Mr. Harry will take us through how we'll be using that iTest tool for interpretation of well test data. So that will be it for now. I would go briefly to introduce our speaker, and First, I want to say a big thank you to the PetroDecision company for this amazing opportunity. These are trainings that people literally make payments for, but we are getting it free as members of SPE. So I want to say a big thank you to that company, and also for sending their technical director to facilitate the course today. We are grateful on behalf of Section 103. We'll say thank you to the team, and special thanks to Mr. Harry Obira. So I'll just go through his bio briefly. Mr. Harry Obira has over 15 years of experience in the oil and gas industry, and this is offering a blend of creative and innovative strength. He has achieved exciting technology development turnarounds and has been recognized for successes in implementing new technologies. I think that's a really good one. And also is a seasoned technology professional. He specializes in subsurface data analytics, pressure transient analysis, that's a term that we'll be hearing as we go about the training today, and even integrated production forecasting. That's basically what I do in my day-to-day work. So good to have an expert that's also skilled in that area. He has exceptional track record of delivering high-profile, complex change management in the IT space. He has vast practical knowledge on how to derive engagement and implement technological changes that meet best practices in the industry. Yeah, before Mr. Harry joined PetroDecision, he actually worked with SPDC, and he had different roles across the assets team, such as the asset reservoir engineer, working with the Swamp West team. He also acted as a software developer and a subsurface data analyst. And this spanned across a period of about 10 years. So in the process of working at SPDC, he worked as the lead system developer in the team, where they built the Share Hydrocarbon Forecasting tool, HFRW, and also which is an integrated software platform for automating and integrating the process of our business plans and our forecasts. Outside of that, it's also authored a lot of SP technical paper. And this morning, we are so happy to have Mr. Harry in our midst, someone with such wealth of experience coming to do justice to well test interpretation. Thank you so much, Mr. Harry. I would now hand over to you. And please, those on the chat, I think we need to give him a big welcome this morning, tell him how we appreciate him for his time. Just welcome him on the chat and do have a wonderful time. I'll be here too, listening and learning from the experts. Thank you so much. Mr. Harry, can you hear me?
Yes, thanks, Ofori, and good morning, everyone. It's a pleasure to have you join this session. We'll be doing this training for 2 days, and we'll take maybe I think it's about 2 hours for each day. So my name is Harry Obera. I'll be doing this with a couple of other colleagues from PetroDecision. So they're also here in the meeting room. So they at some point they'll be anchoring some aspect of the training. Ofure, can you confirm that you can hear me clearly?
Yes, loud and clear.
Excellent. So we will just go into the business of the day. So what I will do, I'll just share my screen quickly to take us through a few slides, and then afterwards we can also take other aspect of the course. Okay, just hold on. Ofori, can you confirm you can see my screen, please?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Just a sec. Okay, so this is well test interpretation for production optimization using iTest. And this is being hosted by SPE. We are happy to be doing this in partnership with SPE. We've always worked with SPE in the past, and especially our own session 103. So we're happy to have the YPs, with us, and maybe a few students and some other person from section 103. So we've done similar trainings for other section. We've done